guess we can start with Nikola Jokic first. And Nikola Jokic had 55 points in 3/4. Ty Lue, there's a soundbite of Ty Lue saying, the game plan was for us not to let him get other people involved who was going to turn him into a scorer, And that's not a horrible game plan from this standpoint. One, all last season, well, actually the last 2 to 3 seasons, they've been collecting this data. They're saying as far as the numbers are concerned, there's no other better defender on Jokic other than Zubac of the Clippers. And Zubac had a breakout year last year defensively and offensively. Man, he flourished with Harden and Powell. Zubac was pretty good. And then when you saw him in the playoffs against Jokic, there were some games he really got the best of Jokic defensively, and he was going at him and scoring buckets, man. So it was like, I wouldn't say he neutralized him, but he made Jokic work on both ends of the floor. And what the Clippers was able to do was put Zubac on Jokic and not have to bring a double team and, still kind of contain him a little bit. Like, he didn't go off for 55 against the Clippers in the playoffs. So whatever they was doing, whatever Zubac was doing was okay. Now, the issue was when Zubac went to go sit down, they didn't have a backup that can come in and keep that same energy, so Jokic would get his numbers, especially when Zubac go sit down. Then they bring in Lopez, who was a great shot blocker and defender, who can also spread the floor to the three-point line. So you think the Clippers, oh man, they got 2 7-footers they can throw at Jokic. This would be good. So I think Lou wanted to test that theory out last night. We're not gonna send no doubles. Zubac does very well against Jokic. Lopez, you supposed to be like a top-tier defender, at least shot blocker. So you should be able to do something with Jokic. You're a big body 7-footer. Like, he shouldn't just be able to easily score on you. And I got 2 of y'all. Let's see what we can do without double teams. The game plan wasn't horrible. The issue is Jokic brought his best stuff last night. Like, it's almost like Jokic knew the game plan. Oh, y'all not doubling? And Jokic was like, okay, I got to score tonight. I love the fact that Jokic caught on to that very early and was like, y'all not doubling, I'm scoring. Because sometimes when you see Jokic play, it look like he's looking to pass. It's like he want to get the assist, right? And he could have easily fell for the trap, and instead of going for 25 in the first quarter, he could have been trying to figure out what the Clippers are doing. But as soon as he saw no doubles was coming, I got to score. So he put up 25 in the first quarter. Now, he only had like 1 or 2 assists in the first quarter. So on one end, the game plan is working because no other people was getting involved. Jamal Murray didn't have a ton of points. Aaron Gordon didn't have a ton of points. Neither did Cam Johnson. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. came off the bench and was able to do a little something. But after that first quarter, it was really just Jokic. But they had the lead, so I would say that wasn't working. But then in the second quarter, I look, because mind you, I'm watching the OKC game, so I'm watching this on the stats. So I look at the stats in the second quarter. I'm like, oh, shoot, the Clippers are winning by like 8. It's working. But then I look and I see Jokic got like 30, 33 going into the half. And I'm like, sheesh. Right. And then next thing you know, I guess the Clippers just, they couldn't keep the lead, and Denver took the lead and then took it up double digits, and the rest was history. And Jokic hit 55 points. So I guess he just got hot and just went off, right? So kudos to Jokic for that. I like to see it. I love to see it. He only had 6 assists. I like my best player to give you as much points as needed. If I could beat you with 25 points and lock down defense and 5 to 6 assists with my best player, that's what I want. I want my, especially if you're a 7-foot center, I want you to be protecting the rim and deterring people from driving to the hole, trying to get dunks and layups. That's what I want my big man to do, right? So I want your defense to be, the first and foremost, I want you to score on an elite level, and I want you to score and wreak so much havoc that they have to double, or they don't double and you go get 40 or 50 and you make them pay for not doubling. That's what I want for my best player. The scoring, the assists, I really only care about those assists for my best player, especially if he's not a point guard. If you're my best player, those assists, I want you to get 5 or 6 because you're going to get 5 or 6 just based on double teams coming and you just giving the ball up. There's a shooter, right? I don't have to design a screen and roll every single play like Luka. Every play is a screen and roll, and either I'm gonna shoot it or I'm gonna pass it where the help comes from. So it's either my point or my assist. That's basically what it is every trip down with Luka and anybody else who run that system. Right? I hate that system. Right? That's the system of no one's going to get an assist other than my best player. If y'all get an assist, it's going to be off schedule, not playing. But we're designing assists into the system for Luka, and was designing shots for Luka. He's going to get 25 to 30 shots a game, and he's going to get an assist whenever he don't take the shot and he pass it. That's the entire offense. And sometimes they do that in Denver where Jokic is the hub for the offense, and he's getting assists off of everyone. And he's just feeding. And every now and then, okay, I go get a bucket. I'm not a big fan of that. That's kind of stat patty to me. You're the best player. Nobody can stop you from scoring. Do that. And when the double come, then give it up. You're going to get 2 assists a quarter doing that. Like if your goal is to give us 8 points in every quarter, that'll get you that'll get you 24 to 25 points. Or that'll get you there. What, 8 times 4? 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4, 8 times 4 is 32. I'm sorry. That gets you about 30 points a game, right? So but you're not going. If your goal is 8 a quarter, you're not always going to reach 8 a quarter because you're going to miss shots and you're going to sit down for rest every now and then as well too, right? So, but if your goal is to get between, if you can get 6 points a quarter, that's 24. Easy. If you just think of it, 6 points. I'm the best player. If I'm shooting 50%, that means I got to shoot it 6 times. And make it 3. And that can be 6 points. The other times I get the ball, if the help or the double come, then I give it up. But my goal is to get 6 points a quarter to keep my team afloat. And the assist is just going to come off of it. You don't have to force assists. You don't have to design your best player to get assists all the time, right? Anyway, I like what Jokic did. Ty Lue miscalculated. He came out with the wrong game plan, and Jokic was ready for it, and he made him pay. That's what it is, right? Now, everyone's overreacting to it. Last night it was an overreaction. Everybody talking oh man, he's the best. Give him the MVP. I'm like, what? Somebody said, he's better than Hakeem. Kendrick Perkins said that, man. Like he said, the performances I see from Jokic make Hakeem performances look average. I'm like, dude, do you know Hakeem had a triple-double with blocks? Yeah, this dude had 10 blocks, 10 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and probably 5 to 6 steals. Come on, dog. Are we serious, man? Like, why we got to be doing this, dog? Like why we got to overreact all the time? When Aaron Gordon, first game of the season for Denver, scored 50 points, dropping threes all over the place. Couldn't miss. He shot it just as well as Jokic shot it last night. 50 points. No overreaction. Everybody was like, 50 points, cool. No overreaction, but Jokic get 55. Oh, man, the sky's falling. Like, why? Why we got to glaze and overreact? Like, why people just can't be honest and just call a spade a spade? He got 50 plus point game this season, and they want to give him the MVP. But these same people watch SGA within a 3-week time period put up 4 50 plus point games last season. 4 of them. After the first one, okay, cool, that's 50 points. The second one, dang, he did it again. The third one, oh man, this dude 3 50 point. Nobody else had more 50-point games than SGA last year. He had 4 of them. Nobody had more 40-point games than SGA last year. Nobody had more 30-point games than SGA last year. The dude was just a walking bucket. That's not impressive to people. I guess, but it's impressive when their favorite player do it. Yeah, I just thought that was funny.